Well, I think my parents instilled in me that you step up and make the most of whatever your talents are and do the right things in life. And as corny as that may sound, those are basic rules that'll serve anybody well. I became interested in journalism. So my dad pulled me aside and said, "Journalism, I'm not sure that this is a great thing for you to do. I'm not sure you're going to make much of a living doing that." So I immediately changed my plans, switched to an undergraduate management degree, started in the FSU College of Business studying management, and thoroughly enjoyed it. I just love FSU. I mean, FSU opened a lot of doors for me. If a gentleman named Dr. Gary Zins, who taught an obscure subject by most people's standards, materials management, it was because Gary Zins that I got my initial involvement with a capital in Florida. The whole capital experience led me to the SBA. The SBA got me on Wall Street's radar, took me to a global financial firm, and then building a global financial firm of our own, and then coming back into public service later in life. What's the experience been with distributions? It's one thing to say we have a portfolio worth X. It's another to say we have distributed versus paid in of Y, and it's a big number. I run an organization called the Florida State Board of Administration. We are essentially the state's asset manager, and we run a huge pool of capital, over $200 billion. And most of that money is what's called the Florida Retirement System Trust Fund, which is the money behind the state pension fund. That, in turn, provides pension benefits for over 1 million people who've given their lives to public service. So we honor people who've given their lives to public service through teaching by allowing them to have a retirement in dignity with an income that allows them to have a life. Performance leads to credibility and trust. And performance means hitting the investment return, and it means hitting the control objective, which is no exceptions, no compliance issues, no cheating, no lying, no kidding. Right down the middle in broad daylight, produce the result. And over long periods of time, if you can be ahead of the markets, the probability of pulling that off for 30 years continuously on an annualized basis, very rare. One of the important things about my success in raising a family and having the career that I've had is that Jan did not work outside the home. So she has always basically run the business of our house and the business of raising our 3 daughters while I was out doing whatever I was doing in whatever far corner of the world I might have been in. That's a huge asset, and it's been an effective partnership. If I were to say to someone considering where to go to undergraduate or graduate business school, should FSU be part of the mix? The answer is, of course it should. FSU's College of Business offers a number of programs that are highly, highly regarded, known and respected, and have been for years, all over the country, if not all over the world. If you find an institution that earns your trust and merits your support, it is very, very satisfying to help that institution along. And that's one of the great things about FSU. It takes people from the affiliated school that they have that's pre-college, all the way through the undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral programs. That's very important. Learning is what life is.